Welcome everybody to my CIV3 Hunger Games tournament update video. In this video I'm just going to clear up a bunch of the questions that I receive most frequently as I'm preparing for this event. To get right into it, first thing I hear oftentimes is, when is the tournament going to be exactly? And for that, I'm just going to repeat pretty much what I said in the original announcement. You can apply until November 14th, and from that day onward I'm going to form the brackets. I'm going to determine when all the matches can be played and what the matches are going to be. And that's pretty much when it starts. So on the 14th, the applications close, I form the brackets, and from that day onward, I try to find dates for all the matches to be played. So it starts pretty much middle or end of November. As to how long it goes, that depends entirely on you guys, how many of you sign up, and how much time you have. So the second thing I hear very often is, I don't have time to play. And I mean, that's fine. If you don't have time, you don't have time. But I just want to let you know that if you have time to play 2 games per week or something like that, you should be fine to play in this tournament. And even if you're not here for a week or something like that, you should still be able to participate because we're not on a tight schedule here. So I'm gonna play all the matches of one round, one after the other, whenever the people have time. It's really up to the participating players when the time suits them best. But if one of you guys isn't like, for example, I don't know, is out of town for a week or something, that's totally fine, right? We can just postpone this match for a couple of days, and we're still fine with that. I anticipate this tournament to go, as I said before, maybe into next year, even maybe into early January. So if you don't have time for for 1 week in November and then maybe for around Christmas Day in December, that's totally normal. But don't worry, you should still be able to participate as long as you find a teammate who wants to play with you for the event. So yeah, I don't have an exact time when it's gonna start and when it's gonna end, but pretty much think of it as middle November until maybe early January of next year. Again, depending on how many people sign up. The next question oftentimes asked is, what is the map gonna look like? And I said already that I'm gonna design all the maps, well, just by hand. It's gonna be custom maps made by me. I have an example here. This is just a template for a map, but something like this could be the map you're gonna play on in terms of shape and size, right? There's gonna be 2 versus 2 in some form or setup. There's gonna be different setups, different proximities to the enemies and to your teammates, but just in general, this is how it's gonna look like. Not every map is gonna be suitable for building. Not every map is gonna be suitable for boating. At least not for all four players. So yeah, just expect something around this thing that I'm showing you right here. What are the changes to the game? Now that is an interesting question, of course, because I said I'm gonna alter the MPT game file a bit to make this more smooth. In general, the changes are not final yet, but the things that I have for now are a lower turn limit, so it's 70 turns maximum instead of the regular 90 turns of MPT. Then I also reduced the tech cost of most of the techs, not by a long shot, but just by a bit. And lastly, I've raised the bombard stat from archers from 1 to 2. Now, why did we settle on 2? For that, we have to compensate for the fact that there's 8 players in a regular multiplayer game and 4 or 5 players only with the spectating player in this tournament. So, of course, the defensive bombard is less effective than it would regularly be. And as to why we chose 2 for the number, well, as you can see here, we assembled the brightest heads of the multiplayer community, did some math, quite simple and elementary, really. And in the end, it just said equals 2, so that's what we went with. Alright, how will you give me my prize money? That's something people ask sometimes, because of course not everybody has the same means of payment in their countries. And in general, I'll just work out a way that works for everyone individually. So I might PayPal you the money, I might get you Amazon gift cards or something like that. I might get you a Steam gift card if that's something you're into. So I will try to find a way. I will also try and accommodate if you have any local paying services. I know that there's PayPal for different countries, or an app that works similar to PayPal. I will look into those apps, but I cannot promise you that I'm going to be able to use each and every single one of them. So I will try to work a way out with you. And from my experience, there's always going to be a way to get you the money in some way, shape, or form. What are the teams so far? So for now, I have only 5 teams that are confirmed. They're still subject to change, of course. If these people decide to play with other guys, I guess they could still leave their teams. But these are the 5 teams that intend to participate so far. You can see them right here on the screen. I'm not going to read them out to you. But I have a bunch more people saying that they're looking for a teammate. They're checking if they're having time, or they still don't have the answer from their teammate yet. They've not confirmed it, so that's fine. There's 2.5 more weeks for people to apply. There's going to be more teams than these 5, but these are the ones that are confirmed so far, just if you were wondering. All right, so that's already the most frequently asked questions of this, well, of this preparation uh, for this tournament. If you have any more questions, just ask me in the YouTube comments, on Steam, on Discord, anywhere. I'm gladly answering all of them. But so far, that's going to be it. I'm looking forward to more applications. Please apply even if you have little time. We will find a time and place for you to play as well. And I'm looking forward to having as many people of you participate as possible. Thank you for watching so far, and I'll see you in the tournament.